The sixth point is commentary, and commentary is very, very effective and very important. What does commentary simply means? Commentary simply means, studying other people's explanation when it comes to Bible study. There are intelligent people who have done a lot of work when it comes to the explanation of scriptures. You can study their work for you to have insight into a particular text or text of scripture. That's just what commentary is all about. Albert Barnes, Matthew Henry, and so on and so forth, just so that you'd have like an insight into um, a particular text of scripture. Studying this commentary is very important, but you must remember that there's a place of logical reasoning. So it's not as though when you're studying commentaries, your mind is just totally. As a matter of fact, it is possible that people might have different approach when it comes to a particular text. But remember, one of the rule of Bible hermeneutics is that a particular text has only but what one meaning. That's a rule too in Bible hermeneutics. It is the science and interpretation of the Bible. The seventh point when it comes to the intellectual skill is concordance. And concordance is bringing out the scriptures that connect to a particular scripture. And that's what concordance simply means, is that when you read a particular scriptures, there are now a lot of other scriptures that talks about this. You can make use of it. Either maybe there are some Bibles that have concordance, or an online Bible, or so, for you to just have an insight into a particular text of scripture. The next point is word analysis. Word analysis is an approach to like something somewhat similar to like using concordance. But word analysis simply means that when you are studying maybe a particular word in scripture, you will search that word. Let me give you an example. You would search that particular word. Let's say you are studying the word scripture. Yes. So you would search the word scripture, and then all of the text that talks about scripture, you are going to consider them one after the other and understand what each particular text is saying. That's a way of studying through the Bible. It's a very important skill in Bible study. In word analysis as well, you want to search for maybe the Greek meaning of a particular word that you're studying in English, or even any other language that the Bible has been translated into. You need to check the original language that the Bible was written in, the New Testament in Greek, and then the Old in Hebrew. You understand? So that the reason is because when language is being translated, as a result of nuances, it is possible that the meaning or the weight of particular words will begin to like change. So you want to go back and then know the meaning of this particular word. And sometimes word would have more than one usage, even when you are reading like through the Bible. For example, faith, which is the Greek word pistis, could mean a system of belief. It could mean like faith, trusting God for salvation, or it could mean trusting God for healing, based on like all of those contexts. Even love itself as well. So you see that when a word is in italics, when you're reading through the Bible, when you see a word in italics, what that means is that that word that is being italicized is not in the like original manuscript. The translators, the people that translated it from the original language into any language, English, I know, added it so that it can convey a meaning. So take note of that. An example is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1, which says, "And you had he quickened who were dead in sins and trespasses." You would note that the word quicken or made alive is in italics. So it was being added so that it will give that particular verse, like context, so to say. When you remove quicken or had he quickened from that particular text, what you would have is "and you who were dead in sins and trespasses," right? You get it? So what I'm saying here is you can remove words that are being italicized and intelligently read through. You still have more insight. It's just for you to know that words that are being italicized, they are not in the original manuscript. They are added so that you have more context and more understanding on what's being communicated.